Hey traders, 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀 here. Let's go over the gold to Bitcoin relationship as we saw gold sell off very, very crazy on the Sunday night session, but gold has recovered. But let's get into it. So looking at gold on the daily, let's be honest, it's horrendous. We broke 1800 to the downside, trade all the way down to 1677.9, and I hate to say it, but we're flirting with the yearly lows in the gold market there. So if you don't want to trade the gold futures because it's highly leveraged, very risky there, you can look at the GLD ETF and similar pattern there in the ETF, which you could trade options on and stock. Now, if you look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin is the exact opposite of how gold is trading. Bitcoin, after making that leg down from about 60K down to 30K, you're seeing a fantastic breakout here in Bitcoin. I mean, up 7.5% nearly today. You don't really have any overhead resistance till 56,000 or so. That's another big move. That's about a 10,000 move there in Bitcoin that it can trade higher. You have the 50-day and the 20-day moving average crossing today, and you've had volume on Bitcoin pick up. I mean, this is not just, oh, it ran stops that were shorts, it's a one-day short squeeze. Like, this volume is continuing in Bitcoin. And one thing I want to showcase here is, let's pull up a Bitcoin to gold relationship. Look how crazy this chart. Let's actually pull it up on a blank chart so we don't get a little so we have it very easy to read here. So let's go to gold futures, and we'll use the futures because we could chart Bitcoin futures on TD Ameritrade Toss, and look at that move in gold. I mean, if you think this is people hitting the sell button and you don't think the precious metals market is manipulated, go look at the overnight session in the gold futures, because that will tell you right there. Is Bitcoin manipulated? Yes. I'm sure we've all heard China and the whales over there. But, I mean, the gold market has been manipulated for years. Just in 2020, and I believe September, October, JP Morgan got fined, I believe, like $1.1 billion for manipulating the metals market. So, yeah, there you go. Hate to say it, but it is, it is true. So let's go ahead and add gold. And let's go ahead and add it with our good friend Bitcoin. And I'll be honest with you, I am not a Bitcoin. You may be saying, Lance, you're young, you're a crypto guy, all that stuff. A lot of us old guys are gold bugs. I like gold. I own gold. I own silver. I like them. We've printed so much money in circulation. I don't, if you told me, hey, Lance, we're going to print money over the past 2 years nonstop and give people unemployment and stimulus checks, I'd say gold's probably going to go to 3,000. And here we are, lower in gold than where we were. Yeah. I mean, it seems like gold can't get any love. So let's look at a relationship here in gold for Bitcoin, and we'll just zoom in here a little bit. So this, I think it's a purple line. I'm colorblind. This is Bitcoin. Let's see if I go. This line here, this purple, I think it's purple line going like that. And you see the green screen behind me. That is the Bitcoin, and the candlesticks are gold. So look at this nice move here as gold has really broken down lower, right? You see gold break down. Look what happened to Bitcoin. So you start seeing the break in gold. Bitcoin has just been vertical. And look at this recent move here over the past really 4 trading days or so, 4 or 5 trading days. Bitcoin has exploded over that 40,000 level, and gold has just gotten liquidated. And it's not just gold. If you look at silver, which I personally like silver more than gold, and if you look at silver on a return basis, what is easier, gold from 1,800 to double, or silver from 23 to double? Silver, I think, can double, so therefore giving you a higher return on your trade or investment. But the silver market, I mean, you don't even get a dead kitty cat bounce in silver. So that's very concerning. You know, silver's on the 2021 lows of the year. And, you know, imagine if silver cracks 21. You know, not only there's no real support at 20, you can see silver back at 18. And I 17 and a half, you know, that's where it was trading in 2019, 2020 starting off. That's really scary. Now, you're probably asking, Lance, well, is now a good time to buy gold or silver? Or is now a good time to buy crypto? If I had a crystal ball right here and could tell you, I would. But in my opinion, I like very, very calculated bottom fishing a little bit in gold. And you do have, we'll take Bitcoin off here, and you do have the gold names. I believe Barrick Gold, which merged with Rain Gold, I believe they do report, pardon me, they already reported before the market opened. It looks like the stock didn't move. Well, that stinks. I personally do like GDX and GLD here, but not for short term. I do think you can see long term gold and gold miners and silver miners, names like Pan American Silver and Wheaton Precious Metals, which was the old Silver Wheaton Corp. I do like these names, but I also understand, just like, you know, Pan American Silver down about 3% today with and some of these gold and silver names, or even GLD if you just want to pick the ETF. I do think they can see a little bit more downside, right? Like, I don't think they're just going to V bounce from here and go straight up, and I called the bottom in gold and silver. You know, if I do, great. I should go play the lotto because I'll probably win. But I think between now and let's say end of year, end of 2021, I do think you'll see gold, silver, and the miners higher than where they are today. Do I think you're just going to see, you know, a vertical rally and gold, you know, print 2,000? I hope, but I don't think. I think you're going to have a bottoming in process. So you'll have days like we've seen where you see 1%, 2%, 3% moves in these names. But I do think eventually you see these moves move higher. And from the Bitcoin, I guess, landscape, obviously we're having it's Bitcoin is news related. It's a momentum name, right? Stock market's right near all-time highs. Bitcoin, you know, leading that way. So you have an appetite into growth, aggressive growth, which I would consider cryptocurrencies. I can't predict what's going to happen from the political side of, you know, regulation with Bitcoin and all that stuff. But I do think you start seeing Bitcoin stabilize around that $40,000 level, maybe even $30,000 level where we did, you know, really the previous 2 months. I would be shocked if we start holding 60,000 again. I think the more you see Bitcoin trade lower to sideways, the better that is for the bottoming processes in gold and silver. And, you know, I do get the other aspect. You may be saying, well, Lance, what about Ethereum? What about these other altcoins? You know, I looked at a chart of Ethereum on TradingView earlier today. I mean, it's hard to ignore how bullish price action is. And again, I'm not a crypto guy. I'm just not. I never got into it. Obviously, I wish I could say I bought Bitcoin at 1,000 or 10,000, and now it's, you know, 40,000. And here I am with 10 Lamborghinis that will probably break down next year, and I'm paying $8,000 for an oil change on them. But that's another story. It's just a weird point of view. And gosh, from an ROI perspective, because that's all I really care about, right? Return on my money. I do like gold and silver, especially silver. It's so damn cheap, especially playing the options in it. You know, just, again, give it time. Give it at least till the end of the year. So if I had to play, let's say, the options in GLD or SLV or Pan American Silver, Wheaton Precious Metals, or GDX, I would definitely look for January 2022 expiration and further out in time. Hope the video helps. Would love to read your comments to see what you think about this whole Bitcoin boom and gold and silver doom, because it's a little mind blowing to see, and I know a lot of gold bulls out there, especially the past 2 days, have just been like, "How is this happening? Like, how are we seeing all this money in circulation and gold just getting liquidated?" Especially like we saw in the Sunday night overnight session. 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗲 here. Give this video a thumbs up, a like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that fun stuff, and I'll catch you on the next one.